showed me the lack of respect he had for me, and after I cooled down from the friendship side of it, movie, always on my mind, 2.5 years, always on my mind, I think, this guy's not going to pay me back. Why was I so nice about it today? I go back to him a little more aggressively. He gets all mad.
Aggressive? Me and Lindsay are dancing in the disco with all of our co-workers. And he walks in and starts calling me names, which I don't want to repeat in your court. It's literally crazy, okay?
Well, what did you do? What did you do?
He walks in. Well, of course, I get angry and I start reciprocating the yelling.
I walked in and I started discussing.
He did not start to discuss. He walked in. We were farther below than I
I'm sorry I yelled at you in front of your friends, but you owe me $3,800. Can we focus on that?
$38,000. He owes you $3,000 because the loan was for
$3,800.
$3,000.
Your Honor, do you see what I have to deal with? Like,
How does he owe you $3,800 when the loan was for $6,000?
Well, because before everything was purchased, we agreed on purchasing it and splitting it 50-50.
Okay.
And it all says estimated in the contract. It happened to be a little more.
But it was only $6,000, and it only says that he was supposed to return $3,000. I'm just reading the contract.
But that it was okay.
So tell me about the movie. What happened with the movie? Is it done?
No, it's not done yet.
Actually, we're finished filming process, and now is when we edit all the footage that's on this big computer. The only use of this computer, $4,000 equipment, edit the film. 50-50, back and forth between our houses. I do some, he does some, we review.
That's why it's at my house, because it was at my house when we were on the cruise, and then it erupted.
Yes, and it's been at his house ever since, and he's yet to take any initiative to return it to me or even talk about it.
It's a $4,000 piece of equipment. I'm not going to leave it on someone's front porch, okay?
I know,
So why don't you call him and say, hey, can I drop it off?
Huh?
Because you're suing him. How are you going to finish this movie if you guys hate each other now?
The point
and you have this legal, because you're suing him, chances are he's not going to want to help you finish this movie. Are you going to help him finish the movie?
Well, I'll help him finish the movie because I don't want him to mess it up.
Okay.
I don't want to be in the same room with him. It would be by correspondence over email or whether it's...
The point is that we worked on this for over 2.5 years, and I don't think either of us, no matter what our friendship is, would just throw that work away.
All right, so you have the computer?
Yes, ma'am.
And everything, so we're going to make sure you give that back to him.
Well, that sounds wonderful.
You have it, right? The camera and the mic kit?
The camera is not on the list.
Oh, the mic kit, the microphone kit? You have both of them, right? So you can keep that.
I do.
The light kit, I went online and I figured out what was wrong with that light kit.
Yes.
And it's going to take about $200 to replace the parts on the lights. So you don't need a new thing. So we'll make sure he pays you $200 for ruining that, okay?
Okay.
Now, let's go through the wardrobe, makeup, and all the props, okay?
Yes,
I understand that they were all used, right? By both of you. But you gave them all away, or you've given a lot of them away?
We didn't give them all away. We donated some. I don't have any use for 64 wardrobe items, and people made donations to post-production. Of course, he kept his clothes because they fit him, not me.
Okay. So basically, if I looked at all the receipts that you gave me, you spent about $1,466 or something like that, and all those receipts that we have.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll give you half of that. Make sure he gives you half of that. Okay.
Thank you.
And when he gives you back the computer, you will have gained, because you actually have the $4,000 computer and software, so you actually are making a killing by getting the computer back.
I know, and I can just sell it because it's useless now.
That's what you're going to have to do. Thanks.
All rise.
Judge Christina has ruled in favor of the plaintiff and ordered the defendant to return the computer and pay the plaintiff $1,000.
Love triangles can get confusing, some more than others. And I don't know what these guys' movie is about, but maybe they can do one on themselves. Lots of plot twists. See you in court.